So this is part 8 of Samwalang's regret arc. And Samwalang has said that he never wanted to see Gauthu ever again, but his mind just wouldn't obey it. Like the more he tried not to think of Gauthu, the more his thoughts and mind wandered to him. And to completely forget that stupid and hateful beta, Samwalang just couldn't do it. And every time he remembered Gauthu's phone number that had turned into a deadline, or every time he remembered Gauthu hiding in some godforsaken place, Sanwalang would feel anxious and restless. Sanwalang believed that Gauthu was not someone who would disappear without a word for no reason, and that he must have encountered some serious trouble and he couldn't ask anyone for help, and that could be the only reason that he would have vanished like that. And he also remembered something like that had happened many years ago. It was back when Samlang had just gotten to know Gauthu, and in this one he remembers how Gauthu used to leave him some snacks, and Gauthu used to work like 4 different part-time jobs in all single day. And for this part it has already been shown in the drama, so I'll not go into details. Yeah. Sonwalang was so desperate to find Gauthu that he blocked Huayang's car on the drive back to home and asked for his time. And when he said that Gauthu's phone number had been disconnected, Huayang just lazily said that cancelling a number leads to the line getting disconnected, and it was perfectly reasonable. And hearing that answer, Sonwalang was so angry and irritated that he once again asked why would Gauthu cancel his number for no reason, to which Huayang replied that maybe he wanted to say goodbye to his past and get away from awful things and awful people. To which Samalang was like, "What awful people?" And he so casually took out his lighter and lit a cigarette with practice is. And he did not smoke much in the past, and even Huayang did not know that he had that habit. Samarang had actually started smoking when he was around 17 or 18 years old. However, during recent years, under the supervision of Gaozu, Samarang had actually quit smoking, but lately the stress had been too much, and without smoking, like his minds wouldn't stop wandering towards Gauthu's disappearance, so he once again picked up his smoking habits. But reality was cruel, because no matter how many cigarettes he smoked, like even as far as smoking 2 packs a day, Samalang couldn't stop thinking about Gauthu. Tracing the metal lighter that Gauthu had given him, Samalang once again asked Huayang what the hell he was supposed to do now that he couldn't even find Gauthu. And Huayang was surprised and asked if he went to look for Gauthu, to which Samalang replied that he did, and the place that Gauthu used to live was not even fit for any humans to live. To which Huayang replied if he was feeling sorry, and Samalang was like, who's feeling sorry? And Huayang said only the person feeling knows about it. And Huayang once again reminded if he got any more questions to ask, then he should just hurry up. Samwalang said that Gauthu had not returned to his hometown, and he had not take up any new job at any other company, and his phone number had been cancelled, and he hadn't rented any new place using his own ID, and where the hell he could be. And Somlong said that how they were classmates and colleagues for a long time, and it wasn't as if he wasn't willing to help Gauthu if something had happened to him. To which Huayang said that maybe Gauthu did not want any of his help, and how Gauthu already has a child on his own, and he will have a family of his own in the future. And as Samalang has said that they were nothing but classmates and colleagues, so as an outsider, why was Samalang getting so worked up on it? And hearing Huayang's answer, Samalang was so stupefied that he was actually unable to respond to it. He just thought that a family on his own, a child on his own, and him being an outsider. Gauthu hadn't even registered his marriage to that Omega, so how could he have a family on his own? And most importantly, unless that Omega produced a notarized paternity test, Sanwalang absolutely refused to acknowledge that the child in that filthy Omega's belly was Gauthu's. Sanwalang was once again angry that someone had the guts to steal Gauthu right from under his nose, and he wanted nothing more than to throw that wretched Omega into the Hangfu River and feed them to the fish. Before the conversation wrapped up, Huayang once again friendly reminded Sanwalang about how Gauthu's father had always been in Jianghu, and maybe he should try getting in touch with him. Sanwalang was actually angry that he knew more about Gauthu than him, and when he asked how did he knew about Gauthu's father being in Jianghu all along, Huayang just said that there was some proverb about how helping someone something, and Huayang just said that he was helping Sanwalang with Secretary Gao back, and when he finally does, then he shouldn't forget to thank him. So yeah.